Sorry. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise this evening to place on the records about an amazing person in the Territory community, in Donna Rusham, OAM. Donna received her OAM recognition in the 2024 King Birthday Honours List for services to people with a disability. Madam Speaker, Donna was also recently recognised in the recent City of Darwin Australia Day Awards this year as a Citizen of the Year, which I attended with the Chief Minister and many other members of this Legislative Assembly. Donna is a worthy winner of that award. Donna has been recognised for the work she's been doing for decades to have inclusive swimming for all children and formed the NT Starfish Swim Group in 2005. The NT Starfish Swim Group was created to offer families with disabilities and children to access to free, comprehensive water skills programs while helping them to learn to swim and stay safe in the water at the Mimikaga Centre in my electorate of Wanguri. Madam Speaker, as a local member, I was privileged to tour the Mimikaga Centre, which used to be previously the Hembury School, and has a swimming pool of their own on site, and this is now how I came to find out about the school. Donna fought hard with the government to keep the swimming pool as it was going to be demolished. Donna has been a fantastic advocate for parents of children with disabilities and the children themselves, and a lot of this is through her volunteer work. Donna has been a volunteer of Variety NT, the children's charity, for over 30 years, and was a committee member and volunteer at the Down Syndrome Association of the NT Incorporated. Madam Speaker, I dropped into the school last Saturday and could clearly see the wonderful work the instructors are doing with the children, and heard that each child looks forward to their weekly lessons, and with early intervention, many of the children thrive from these wonderful lessons. Madam Speaker, throughout the year, Donna also fundraises for the swim school for equipment and keeping the lessons going. For the last 2 decades, she deserves all the accolades that she's received for her tireless work. Madam Speaker, we should be inspired by community advocates like Donna for the work that they do. Thank you, Donna. Madam Speaker, I also wish to recognise the wonderful community I live and work in, with its constituents like Fran and Greg Hansen, who have gone out of their way to personally assist a senior member of our community, Edward Martin, also known as Jim. Jim, unfortunately, before Christmas, had his car stolen, and Fran and Greg rallied with friends to recover the car and got it fixed and put it back on the road. They paid for the parts to fix the car and got it back on the road for Jim. Whilst Jim was without a car, he would walk from his home in lines with his dog to the hibiscus shops to get his groceries. Now, to put this into context, Madam Speaker, Jim is 84 years of age. His car is his independence. However, this wonderful community gesture was short-lived, and days after the car was returned to Jim, the car was stolen again. Fran Hansen brought it to my attention, and myself and the member for Casuarina visited Jim the next day at his home, as he was without transport, and he does live in the electorate of Casuarina. We spent a couple of hours working with Jim, looking at services that Jim needed to keep his independence. Jim is a proud man, and asking for help would be hard, but it is great to know that there are still good people in our community. Fran and Greg rallied again to get Jim's car fixed, and has since got his car back, but now knows he has people in the community he can call on. Fran and Greg, along with their mates, used personal funds to fix this car, and on both occasions, and when the car was stolen and damaged, also volunteered their own time to fix the car and keep the costs low. Thank you to Fran and Greg. Madam Speaker, I also want to acknowledge a group of mates who have been long-term Territorians and meet weekly in front of my electorate office at Hibiscus. They have been mates for over 5 decades, and many have played football together here in the Territory, which is the heart of their mateship. I want to acknowledge an event that this small group of mates managed to pull off just before Christmas to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Cyclone Tracy at the Tracy Village Sports Club on the 21st of December. What started out was an idea over their weekly meetups to commemorate the anniversary with the mates 12 months before turned out to organising an event for over 200 locals who survived that cyclone and had to cap the event as the room could not hold many more. I was always curious as to what these men were doing, as they explained they were organising this significant event. I offered 4 door prizes, which they received with appreciation. Madam Speaker, the original organising committee consisted of Dennis Lufat, Costas Kariolis, Basil Damaso, Harry Appo, Brian Kelleher, Barney Quoll, John Greenoff, Chris Kariolis, Grant Rowe, Joe Davey, Eddie Motlop, Chucky McDowell and Herbie Sinclair. However, Madam Speaker, somewhere during the planning process, the mates realised they needed further help as the event got bigger than Ben-Hur. So, Lorraine Adams, Liz Tack, Annie Sinclair, Isabel Appo and Mookie Mayer also volunteered their time. Madam Speaker, the committee asked me to drop in and see that event, and it was wonderful to see that on entrance the guests got a ticket to the door prizes I had donated, but they also received a bag of salty plums. It was wonderful to see that the community just enjoyed the night, and this was a testament to the committee's hard work over the year. Madam Speaker, lastly, I'd like to speak about a couple of organisations in my community. I want to recognise the wonderful work the Nepalese Association of the NT, led by President Pravita Davkota, and non-resident Nepalese Association of the NT, led by Sanjeev Dakal Gorkali, who is also the Vice President of the non-Nepalese Australian non-resident Nepalese of Australia and State Coordinator, and their respective committees are doing the territory with their events and initiatives. Madam Speaker, these 2 organisations worked collaboratively on the 5th to the 9th of December last year with the Multicultural Council of the NT and Skillaroo, your career partner team, to deliver the Passport Renewal Program by bringing staff from the Nepal Embassy from Canberra to Darwin and assisting the community members in renewing their passports. This initiative benefited 333 individuals, saving them the cost and the inconvenience of travelling to Canberra for their passport renewals. With flights tickets being expensive, this program provided significant financial relief to the Nepalese community and also meant that they did not seek leave from their work. Madam Speaker, over the course of the 5 days, my colleagues, the member for Sanderson and the member for Casuarina, and I attended to see the initiative working in saving time and money and congratulate the Nepalese community on a successful program. Madam Speaker, on New Year's Day, I attended the Topi Diwas celebration of the Nepalese community, which is an annual event celebrated on January 1 to honour and promote the cultural heritage of Nepal. This event raises awareness and encourages Nepali youth to embrace their traditional attire, which you may be familiar with, the traditional hat that the Nepalese wear. Madam Speaker, on the 18th and 19th of January, the Nepalese Association of the Northern Territory also, with the support of the NT government, successfully hosted the 3rd multicultural volleyball tournament, bringing together diverse communities in a celebration of sportsmanship and unity in the lead up to the Australia Day celebrations. There were 12 participating teams, and the finals on Sunday were a great close contest. I know the member for Brennan, the member for Fanny Bay and the member for Casuarina and myself sat on the edge of our seats cheering on the teams from the Australian Defence Force, the Filipino community, the Indian community, the Vietnamese community and other Territorians. The Nepalese community are proud of their heritage and a great contributor to our community. Thank you to the Nepalese community and thank you for listening.